Hi guys. I want to talk a little bit about why I left social media. Because I left a few months ago. I thought about coming back, and I kind of did reconnect on Facebook to my account. I logged in again on my account, but then I haven't really been back since. It's just like, meh, still the same old, same old. That's not what I want. I'm going through a period in my life, and it's coming to an end. A period where I am very isolated, very alone. And social media was my one way of having interactions with other human beings, apart from my children, so as adults. And there was also online dating, but that online dating, I'm sick of it. All I get is users, losers, and nut jobs. No, thank you. And it's a little bit of the same in social media as well. People are very superficial, they are disingenuous, and they are rude. Or they're a mixture of the three, any combination of the three. And I just didn't need that in my life. And when I stopped, because I was going all the time, I was constantly on Facebook, oh my God. And then when I stopped it, I didn't miss it at all. I didn't even feel the urge to connect to my account. Not once. And when I did, it was just out of curiosity, and because the loneliness is starting to weigh heavy on me. And I've even started commenting and discussing things in comment sections on YouTube, which is not the best place to go. Everybody knows it is it's just like a bloody chaotic mess. It's horrible. I always thought that people on YouTube are particularly harsh and opinionated and rude and crazy, and there's a lot of trolls, and it's not a good place. It's not a great place. But I had a couple of interactions, and I actually think they went pretty well, considering that I am emotionally very fragile at the moment. I think I handled myself like a boss. Because you know what? I've decided that I want to be as polite to people online as I am in real life. I'm not talking about respect, because respect is earned, but courtesy is a right. Everybody has the right to be treated with courtesy. Not necessarily respect, but courtesy, being polite to them, being civil. Because you can be civil towards somebody without respecting them, because respect for me is a more deep, genuine feeling. When you respect someone, it's a feeling, and you can't say, you've got to respect everybody. You can respect opinions, you can respect things, and or you can accept things rather than respect them. But anyway, that's a whole other issue, But be polite, try and be kind. That's what I'm saying, and this is what is lacking. There's a total lack of kindness, or at least it seems to be arbitrarily bestowed, this kindness. A lot of people seem to be very rude, even people who are like, there's a double standard about political correctness, and all this sort of be nice, to minorities and women and all this sort of thing, and yet they're being complete bitches to anybody who disagrees with them. They're not practicing what they preach. Another double standard is that people act differently when they're online than they do in real life. Hence the reason why I said I want to be now as polite and courteous towards people online as I am in real life, because I know it's really easy to get comfy behind your computer and just let rip. And believe you me, at one stage, there's one conversation that really stood out in my mind, which stands out in my mind right now. I felt really quite angry with this person. I was offended by the fact that, yes, they were ignorant on the subject, and their opinion it would obviously affect their behaviour towards people who are already emotionally and psychologically fragile. And I'm thinking, not my problem. But at the same time, if this person is interacting with people who are fragile in that way, that could really, and I sound so sort of fuzzy wuzzy marshmallows and unicorn kind of cupcakes and butterflies kind of blah. But it's true. I'm just saying. That's why that angered me. I'm telling you how I felt. I felt angry at this person because I was telling them this is why, they were the person who came to me saying, sorry, but I disagree. I started off with saying, you don't have to be sorry for disagreeing with someone. That's your right to disagree. However, can you back up your opinion with something? This person couldn't. I could back up my opinion with, proof. Things that experts would say, personal experience, the experience of other people that I had heard from, numerous people I'd heard from. And, when you get a lot of people saying the same thing, you've experienced the same thing, and the experts are confirming that, it's going to take, it's going to take some solid proof to put doubt into your mind. And this person couldn't. And kept ignoring what I was saying because I was just, all I wanted was for the person to sort of say, okay, well, this is why I believe that. Well, I think they gave one anecdote that wasn't even relevant to the conversation. It was kind of it was vaguely in the vicinity of the subject matter, but wasn't really what we were talking about. And I said, that's not really pertinent. And, the person wasn't listening. So I got frustrated. I admit. I said this person was willfully ignorant, which was an observation and could even be considered as constructive criticism. And at which point the person flew off the handle and kept saying fuck you over and over and wished bad things to happen to me. And I kept my cool. I said, well, there you go. You've shown your true colours. Obviously, I hit a nerve. And he really was. This guy was really upset that I called him ignorant. And I admit, I twisted the knife in the wound, I did quote, I think it's Proverbs. I'm not a Bible nut, but, do not correct the fool. He will hate you for it. I actually came out with that, and he went even more nutty. I know it was wrong, but yeah. I took great delight in that, and that was my guilty pleasure. And I eventually did get, I did have somebody on there whose opinion I respected greatly because it was one of the experts who actually works in the field that we were discussing. And that person said to me, this guy is just a foul-mouthed ignoramus and is not worth your time. Just don't worry about it. And I was like, yeah, I shouldn't really be winding him up like that. Just for shits and giggles, but I was a bit bored. But anyway, yeah, I was pleased that, I suppose you could consider that bitchy and condescending, but hey, you've got to get your kicks where you can, right? And it wasn't really that mean. It wasn't like, fuck you, I hope you get fucked up in your life or whatever. I can't remember what he was saying, but it was just, wishing bad things happening to me and my loved ones just because I called him willfully ignorant. So yeah, that's a bit of an extreme example, but it's quite classic. It's quite classic of this day and age on the internet. And so my solution to this, apart from, from my end, trying not to be like that, trying not to be a different person online as to what I am in real life, really true authenticity. I used to think that authenticity was about keeping it real, keeping it raw, really opening up. But I think it's also about being the same person online as you are offline in the real world. And, that's what I want to do. Consistency, And another one of my solutions to this is actually taking care of my real life offline. And but I still just think the internet does have the advantage of putting people in contact with each other across the globe, and it can be a really good tool if everybody just grew up a bit and could have a more adult conversation without losing it as soon as they hear a word or an opinion that doesn't sit well with them. And if people could be more rational and sort of put their feelings to one side, as I try to, and look at the facts, look at where this person is coming from, and at least even if you can't, yes, there are cases where it's, like somebody defending paedophilia, for example. That's, you can't possibly just get along with someone like that. But for the most part, you can agree to disagree and be on good terms and not have any ill feelings. But people do now. It's a crime to disagree with someone in this day and age. That's what I feel like. You're persecuted for it, and that kind of ties into sort of censorship. It's like the self-censorship of the people. The world's gone mad, but I don't know what it is. If it's more, I think maybe there's something about, people being emboldened online and they don't feel that they need to be polite or anything because there are no consequences for it. And I think it's also another part of it is because they haven't been brought up properly. When I was brought up, my mother stayed at home and, and worked, either was a stay-at-home mum or was working from home up until I was about 13 years old. So she was always around, and she did bring me up to be polite. And I was taught manners and courtesy in school as well. But I think a lot of parents just don't care. And I don't think that we learn manners in school. I just don't think, I think we learn political correctness and not common courtesy. That's what it is now. It's been replaced. It's just all messed up. It's Orwellian. Anyway, I will shut up because I have waffled on far too long. That is why I left social media. I probably won't be coming back. I kind of almost did, but now I'm like, nah, I can't be bothered. Real life is more important, and the only real thing I'll be doing online is videos, and that's it really. Anywho, if you managed to listen through all that, thank you very much for listening. Please let me know what you think, why this is, why it's such craziness, bitch fest online. I've told you what I think. But of course, if you can't guess, say what you like, just be polite. Alright? Anyway, bye for now.